The NFL's Game of the Week featured the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to face the Buffalo Bills in a rematch of last year's divisional round matchup. The contest lived up to the hype, as the Bills handed the Chiefs their first loss of the 2024 season, and the game came down to the final possession. However, many wondered why Taylor Swift wasn't in attendance. Well, when she traveled to Buffalo for last year's postseason showdown with the Chiefs, it was a rough afternoon for Swift and the Kelce family, who got the wrath of Bills Mafia while watching the game from a box at Highmark Stadium. A friend named Adam Lefkoe, very close with the Kelce family, discussed last year's divisional round game. He mentioned that Swift and the Kelces were shocked by the reception they received from Bills Mafia. "I have heard from people very close to the Kelces that it was not a great experience in Buffalo. It was not, for all parties involved. And I'm talking about the most famous of all the parties," Lefkoe explained. "I think that it kind of shocked the Kelce family and everyone related to the Kelce family, the reception they got." He said they were expecting an amazing game with good energy, but instead, they experienced Bills Mafia in full form and complete ruthlessness. "I think they left and went. I don't know if I want to experience that again," Lefkoe said, hinting that Swift might not attend today's game in Buffalo. Swift decided not to attend the Week 11 contest between the Chiefs and Bills. It's worth noting that Swift has yet to attend a road game this season. Is it possible her bad experience in Buffalo has prompted her to only attend Chiefs home games this season, or is that a coincidence due to her busy schedule? After the Chiefs defeated the Bills in the divisional round of last year's playoffs, Swift attended the AFC Championship game in Baltimore and the Super Bowl in Las Vegas, but she hasn't ventured outside of Arrowhead Stadium during the 2024 season. You might recall that this was the game when Jason Kelce was shirtless and interacting with fans. Lefkoe described this as Kelce getting the last laugh after hours of being cursed out and treated poorly by Buffalo fans. He pointed out that the Bills fans were doing their job by making the opposing fans uncomfortable, but hinted that they may have crossed the line. "You don't have to be mean or hurt people. Don't do that." One of today's biggest NFL rivalries wrote another chapter in their shared storybook set in Orchard Park, New York, as the Buffalo Bills and Kansas City Chiefs met on the gridiron once again. With perfection on their minds, the Chiefs and their fans, sans Taylor Swift, went into Western New York as underdogs, hoping to take one step closer to an unblemished record. It wasn't meant to be. The Bills eked out some modicum of revenge for their 2023 AFC divisional round defeat by ruining the Chiefs' perfect season on a game-sealing interception to win 30-21 in front of the home fans at Highmark Stadium. Sunday was an afternoon of struggle for Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who completed 23 of 33 passes for 196 yards and 3 touchdowns. But 2 costly interceptions spelled doom for his team. He now has a share of the lead for the most picks in the league this season with 11. His adversary, Buffalo quarterback Josh Allen, had a blemish of his own with an interception. But his prowess in the air and on the ground won the day for the Bills as he used his legs to put the game nearly out of reach for Kansas City. Allen finished completing 27 of 40 passes for 262 yards, a touchdown, and said interception. He also led the team in rushing with 12 carries for 55 yards and a trip to the end zone as well. Mahomes committed a foolish error just 2 plays into the game. He stepped up into the collapsing pocket and, when he felt a Bills pass rusher get a hand on him, let the ball fly. It sailed over the heads of all his receivers and right into the hands of Bills safety Taylor Rapp for a crucial early interception. The Bills capitalized on their good fortune with an 8-play drive that ended in pay dirt when running back James Cook scampered into the end zone for a 6-0 lead. Kicker Tyler Bass, who has been inconsistent throughout the season, missed the extra point. Both teams exchanged punts before it was Mahomes' company's turn to get on the scoreboard. The quarterback found rookie target Xavier Worthy for a 10-yard touchdown pass, and kicker Spencer Schrader, deputizing for the injured Harrison Butker, knocked through the extra point for a 7-6 lead. Buffalo responded on the ensuing drive, eating up 4:45 across a 9-play, 70-yard drive that ended with Cook scampering to the end zone again. Bass was able to avenge his miss to take a 13-7 lead. When the Bills got the ball back, it was Allen's turn to make an error. Facing a 4th and 3, the Buffalo signal caller floated a half-hearted pass in the direction of tight end Dawson Knox, only for Kansas City safety Shamari Connor to jump up and pluck it out of the air. like Buffalo on the opening drive. Kansas City made the Bills pay for their carelessness. Mahomes drove down the field, setting up 3rd and goal before finding a tight end in the end zone. No, not Travis Kelce. This time it was Noah Gray responsible for the Chiefs regaining the lead with a score of 14-13. Bass stepped up for Buffalo after his extra point miss, knocking through a 33-yard field goal as the first half came to an end to give the Bills a 16-14 lead as they went to the locker room. Quarter number 3 was a snooze fest. The teams put up 4 consecutive punts, with both teams going 3 and out on their first drives of half number 2. With that slim margin, the Bills could not allow for errors. On a crucial 4th and 2 with 2:17 left in the game, Allen dropped back and looked to his left for a check down pass but waved it off. The pocket collapsed in front of him and he took off. He kept going. And going. And going. Through sorry attempts at tackling and into the end zone to send Orchard Park into rapture. Bass's extra point kick made it 30-21. But that meant Patrick Mahomes had plenty of time to inflict damage. He famously drove the field in 13 seconds to tie the 2021 AFC divisional round, which the Chiefs would eventually go on to win. Surely, with 2:17 he could orchestrate another comeback, but the Chiefs began to stall. Mahomes completed an 11-yard pass to running back Samaje Perine just before the 2-minute warning. On the opposite side of the stoppage, he found Perine again for a 3-yard loss. Then, Justin Watson gained 10 yards setting up a 4th and 3. Mahomes thought he gained at least 30 yards with a massive run, but a holding play erased the gain and made it 4th and 13. With the game on the line, Mahomes rolled out of the pocket and stared downfield, seeing a wide-open Travis Kelce, who up to that point had just 2 catches for 8 yards. Mahomes uncorked a pass deep. In a feat of amazing athleticism, Bills safety Terrell Bernard jumped up and extended his arms to snag the ball out of the air. Interception. Ball game. A perfect season snuffed out. It's highly likely these two teams meet again in the playoffs, whatever stage it may be. For Buffalo to overcome its demons, it almost feels destined that they vanquish the Chiefs. Allen now holds a record of 4-1 over Mahomes in the regular season, a remarkable feat when considering the Chiefs' sustained success in the recent years. But in the playoffs, Allen's 0-3 against Mahomes. Tonight won't change that. You know what else doesn't change? The sound of the corks that have almost assuredly left many a bottle of champagne in some room in Miami, as the last remaining members of the 72 Dolphins all celebrate that another year has come and gone with their legacy unblemished as they continue to withstand the test of time.